Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hilary Brayley presiding. Now calling case number 25S00162. This is the State of Michigan versus Hiro Calderon. Can I have appearances for the record, please?
Ashley Moten, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on Mr. Calderon. State your name, sir.
Calderon.
Okay, can you say your first name again for me?
Hiro Calderon.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. Before I get started, Attorney Moten, did you want to address the plea?
If you may, please read the charges in the complaint.
Say that again?
I asked for her to read the charges in the complaint.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you. So what I have here is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about July 9th, 2025, at 1284 Concord Drive, you did cause physical harm to a child by striking and kicking the minor child. That is otherwise known as fourth-degree child abuse. Do you understand what you are being charged with?
Yes.
Okay. This is a misdemeanor. It has a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail or probation for up to 5 years. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial. You are not required to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if this case would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that last part doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Do you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, how about my son?
We will get to that later.
Okay. So, Attorney Moten, do you want to address the plea?
Yes, Mr. Calderon will stand mute to the charges regarding, ask for a not guilty plea be entered, so that Mr. Calderon. And regarding the bond, he is 55 years old. He's unaware of the warrant when he was picked up from his house. He's a father. He has of 2, no pending cases outside of traffic matters, not on probation, not on parole, no holds. He has medical issues that are not being properly addressed while he's in custody. And he's also not employed at the moment, therefore does not have the means to pay for a monetary bond. We do not believe for any reason he's a danger to the community or a flight risk. We are requesting a personal bond in this matter.
And Attorney Moten, the minor child in question lives at this Concord Drive address, correct?
Yes.
Do you have anything to say about that?
We're requesting consensual contact in this matter. There are some other concerns with where the child could be going. Regardless of what these allegations say, we believe that the safest place for this child to be is at home. We're requesting consensual contact. If there's any reason the child feels unsafe, she can reach out to a third party. She can call the police. We don't believe for any reason that she's in danger at her home.
Do you know at this point if there's any CPS involvement?
I believe that's something that Mr. Calderon wants to get involved, wants to have them involved, but at this point there is nothing pending.
Attorney Moten, do
Yes.
any other adults live in the home?
Yes.
The grandmother, right?
Their grandmother lives in Romulus. The lady my daughter is at right now, and my son, I want them out of there. Because
So
at
who
at
the
nighttime,
question
there's a lot
is
of activity going on in there.
the question is, are there other adults that live in the home?
Just one lady that lives there. Her name is Mika something Gardner. I think her last name is. And she has too many people in there because I don't feel safe unless I'm there with my kids.
This is a single family home?
Yes.
Is it being rented or do you own it?
No, she rents it. A lady named Mika Gardner rents the place.
Okay. But so are you renting it from her?
No, we were just staying there.
Ah, okay. Okay, thank you for your patience. Back on the record on 25S00162. So, the court will set a pretrial conference date that will be Monday, this coming Monday, July 14th, 2025. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom in front of Judge Washington. The court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Within 24 hours of your release, you're to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. You are not to purchase or possess any firearms, ammunition, other dangerous weapons, or the means to create them. Any weapons that you do possess are to be surrendered. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are to have consensual contact with the minor child in question only. So if things start to go downhill between the two of you, as both the adult and the person with bond conditions placed on you, it is going to be your responsibility to remove yourself from that situation.
I understand.
Okay. You are not to engage in any sort of assaultive, threatening, harassing, terrorizing, molesting, or stalking behaviors towards this minor child or anyone else. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. You are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court, the next one in this matter being that July 14th pretrial conference date. As I said, that will be over Zoom in front of Judge Washington, and that's on Monday. That also means going to community corrections as directed. So,
Where's that at?
community corrections is located basically up the hill from where you are right now at the jail. Okay. So it's a brown building. It's in the same campus as the jail and like the 14A1 court. The building is labeled Re-Entry Center.
Okay, I think I've seen it. Next to the church? In front of
No,
it?
it's not that far down. So there's like the driveway for the jail. You go straight up the hill from that, and that's where it is. Okay. And I think they'll also give you paperwork and stuff before you leave. All right. So, and you can ask them where it is too. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions about the bond conditions? Do you understand them?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. So the conditions will be entered into the Law Enforcement Information Network. They will be readily accessible to any police officers that you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of these conditions, they can arrest you on the spot and you'll be held for a bond violation hearing in front of a judge who may revoke your bond or set a new, more restrictive one. So, at this time, the court will set a $10,000 personal recognizance bond. So what that means is you're not required to post anything to get out, Basically, you are promising to appear for that next court date and to abide by all of the bond conditions. If you fail to appear or violate any bond conditions, then your bond could be revoked entirely, but at a minimum, it'll start at $10,000.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. Attorney Moten, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
All right, let's talk about that. This arraignment in front of Magistrate Hilary Brayley featured a tightrope walk between judicial procedure and human complexity, and Brayley handled it with a steady, composed hand. The case of State of Michigan. The Hiro Calderon started off clean, and clear charges were read, rights explained, and a plea of not guilty was entered through Public Defender Ashley Moten, who also advocated for a personal recognizance bond. Calderon, 55, appeared respectful and responsive throughout, even when emotions crept in as he discussed his children's current living situation. Despite the nature of the allegation of fourth-degree child-related misdemeanor, he remained cooperative, occasionally voicing personal concerns about the environment his kids were currently in and his desire to have them elsewhere. That added a layer of real-life complication to an otherwise procedural hearing. Magistrate Brayley's demeanor stayed calm and patient, even as things got a bit tangled in the discussion about who lives at the address and whether the child involved was in a safe environment. At one point, Calderon tried to clarify that the home in question was rented by someone else, and he didn't feel safe with his kids there. It wasn't always easy to follow, but Brayley let him speak without interruption, then redirected things back to the matter at hand: bond conditions and pretrial logistics. She granted a $10,000 personal recognizance bond, which means no money out of pocket, but clear conditions to follow. Those included substance restrictions, travel limits, and instructions for community corrections reporting. And perhaps most notably, Brayley allowed consensual contact with the minor child involved, placing the burden on Calderon to remove himself from any negative interaction. She made that expectation crystal clear. Attorney Moten was composed and effective. She made a straightforward case for a non-cash bond based on her client's medical concerns, unemployment, lack of criminal history, and the fact that he wasn't aware of the warrant. She also navigated the more sensitive request for contact with the child by highlighting the absence of any active protective proceedings or CPS involvement. The courtroom atmosphere was calm overall, with a few natural pauses as facts were sorted out and locations confirmed. Even the directions to the re-entry center were delivered with patient clarity. Up the hill from where you are now, Brayley explained, treating the practical side of things as seriously as the legal ones. There was no drama, no raised voices, a court doing what it's supposed to do, ensuring the defendant understands the stakes, the expectations, and the pathway forward. Calderon acknowledged everything respectfully, asked a couple of questions to clarify, and left with a clear understanding of what he needs to do next. Sometimes arraignments are messy or chaotic. This one, surprisingly smooth, even with the sensitive subject matter in the mix. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.